to me, this could be one of the most important Diablos built. We still have to research and document it. Technically, it's the first Jota. So we are super excited to share this project with you. We've talked a little bit about it before on the channel. Today, for the first time, I'm going to start diving in to the project, and we wanted to take you on a journey with us. I believe, and we're going to do a ton of verification, this would be the first Lamborghini race car that was ever produced at the factory. We're talking about the Lamborghini Diablo. It's called P01 Jota GT. And this was the famous yellow car that was actually featured in the factory yearbook. It was basically built for Mr. Noritake, who was a very, very important Lamborghini VIP. And what we have found so far is just so cool. We're going to try to get more of this on camera, especially when Sergio goes to Europe. We'll go to Europe. We'll visit the car. And let me just take you back for a second. So what we found so far, this was essentially a one-off race car built for the Japanese market to go racing in the Japanese Grand Touring Championship. This was competing against F40 LMs, McLaren F1 GTRs, a lot of really incredible cars, and some incredible JDM cars as well. Actually, if you Google about this, there's a toy model of this car, there's posters, there's t-shirts, there's different things like that. And this was the famous yellow car with the Rain-X graphics. And we're gonna try to trace all of this history, but what Barton from our team found is completely insane. Barton's got this incredible motorsport background. I consider him an expert, especially with these cars of this period. And he actually was able to talk to one of the original PR people from the Japanese team. And he also spoke to the Greek sports car racing star Kostas Los, who originally was the first person to test the car at San Marino. And this is part of the interview. My memories today about this car are the engine. That was truly an awesome motor, and I should know, as I have driven a large selection of Group C and IMSA cars in my time, and wondered what the Jota engine could have done in a top-of-the-line Group C chassis. So very, very cool to have some of these facts and part of this story. Fitting all of this together, talking about the initial shakedown, the car had a lot of issues on the initial shakedown. I don't think it was ready. It was being rushed for the 1995 Touring Series, and they tested it only 3 times. So imagine this is the first race car. They tested it 3 times, and then it went off to Japan. We're going to show you it for the first time. This car will be going back to Italy. It will be going for a complete restoration. I'll show you a lot of changes were made over the years. We'll start to look at the different liveries that it raced. But this is super, super exciting. One of the cool things that we got was this. And look at this, guys. This is the first test when the car, first time it wore its graphics. There's Mr. Kostas Los. There he is again. So we're also finding a ton of period photos. We're trying to gather all this and complete this incredible package. I would say this is one of the more exciting restorations that we've been involved in, and really excited to share this journey with you. So these would be essentially the factory doors that were originally installed on the car when the car first left the factory. The first test, you can see the graphics on the doors. Very interesting to see all of the holes that are in the door to make it lighter weight, which is very funny. I've never seen this on any Diablo. I'm gonna assume it was done by the factory, but I don't know yet. We actually took the doors off the car today, and my immediate reaction was those doors are not original to the car. These would be the original doors. But when we took off the doors, they were actually Italian company stampings, and they were carbon doors. So my opinion would be that those could have been an optional door. We have to do the research. I have no idea. We're going into this blind because there really has not been anything public about this car since Lamborghini first introduced it in 1995 with a very simple press release. These were not factory fenders. I don't know who made these or what these were from. You can tell it's a mixture of, looks like some fiberglass and maybe some carbon. It is definitely not factory. You can tell the wing is not factory. We are still looking for the original wing. And we'll show you guys the car shortly. The car is essentially ready to go back to its original form. We're missing the wheels. We're a one-off OZ or maybe two-off, 3 sets made in the world. One was just for sale on Japan eBay for $200, the original wheel from the car. I don't even want to talk about that. It says Jota set 2. So we know there was probably 2 sets. We missed it at $200, but it's a center lock Futura OZ wheel, racing wheel. So we do need to find that, figure the wheels out. We can always have them made, but it would be so much cooler to find an original set. The fenders, we have to figure that out. They're completely one-off fenders. A lot of work will need to happen, but it'll be cool to sort of understand the story of the doors, the story of what happened to the fenders, if they still exist, what happened to the wing, and what happened to the wheels. And wow, it feels like you're uncovering an ancient artifact. And listen, this is basically what we have to start with the restoration. Obviously, we know the wheels are wrong. We're very, very fortunate. We have an original spare front bumper. It's a brand new piece. It's all carbon fiber. So this bumper will come off. We will have to recreate the original front fenders. They did not have headlights, so this is wrong. Someone added this later, but then everything else is the same. And you know, you look at the intakes, the engine cover, the fenders, all of the grills here, the lights, the badges, these all have to go yellow. The exhaust, the rear deck lid, the fenders, all of this is original. And then the interior, you can definitely tell that everything here is all original. The dash is original. We are gonna redo all of this. The seats are not original, but everything, the shift knob, steering wheel, things like that, all of those switches, those are all original. So this is going to be a very, very large undertaking. But again, it's just so important. Documenting this as the first race car, potentially. Documenting this as a one-off built for Japanese racing, and truly the first Jota ever built to inspire all of the other Jotas. We can open this, show you guys the engine and how this was built. Another interesting thing we should note, we're gonna do a lot of research on this, is apparently Lamborghini Engineering, their Formula One division, developed this ECU here. And from my understanding, this is the same ECU that would have been used on the race cars, or a similar ECU. It says Jota 01 here, which is very cool. So we have to determine that as well. And you'll see the car at one point was black. And if you look, all of these things were painted black. I'll actually go into the timeline. So the first stage of this car was in its original yellow, not matte yellow, a shiny yellow, with the high wing, with the OZ wheels, the factory photos, the press photos, etc. Then the car had some graphics, some Rain-X graphics during testing. It then went to Japan. It raced with those graphics. The wing was changed, the wheels were changed, and then it raced. And then the front fenders were changed, the doors were changed, and then it was raced again. Now, apparently, it's very cool, this car was actually white at one point, and this is the famous Valvoline race car. A white, completely white with yellow and blue graphics. So this was the exact same car that raced in that livery. And then, again, it was matte black and was famously photographed as a black car. So it's lived a lot of different lives, but we are gonna go back to basically the way it was born from the factory. Hey brother, hope you're well. So the plan would be is the Diablo P01, the Jota GT, would leave for Italy tomorrow or the day after. Once it arrives to Italy, I'm thinking to send it to you first to strip the car of the mechanicals. It would then go to paint and interior. So let me know your thoughts. I don't know if Luca ever worked on the car, if you guys ever worked with this car. Very famous car. It's the first Jota kit, our Jota that was built as a Diablo. So would love for you guys to help us document it as well and make sure that everything is back original the way it was brand new. So that was our dear friends at Top Motors, Salvioli. And if you know anything about Top Motors, the Salvioli family, the grandfather, I believe, was around in the 60s working for the Lamborghini factory. And then Luca and the family were, imagine in 1994, 1995, they were responsible for installing the first Jota kits on the Diablos. So the SE30s, the street car kits, not this actual kit. The kit is slightly different. We can show you that. The intakes are different. I would say a lot of this engine is completely different from a street car. So they were responsible during the period for those road cars. So they have a ton of knowledge about Diablos, obviously. I'm excited for them to see this car. We will, as I mentioned, they will go through the mechanicals of this car. This car will then go to a specialized shop that does paint specifically for carbon cars and race cars. So I think this car needs to be painted exactly the way it would have been painted new as a race car. All of the grills yellow and different things like that. And then we have a great friend in Italy with Zanassi Interiors. We'll do the interior. We will have to find some original seat buckets. I believe it was a red seat, a Sparko seat. Redo the Alcantara and make sure the interior is basically perfect on this. The roll bar covers, we want to make sure that those are original, all of these little things, and make sure everything is the way it was in 1995 when this car first left Lamborghini. And man, what an incredible journey this is and story, and really just excited to share it with all of you, a piece of Lamborghini history.